Hey everyone, it's Jack from WhatCulture.com, and for the second time in about 3 or 4 weeks, I am shooting fast count alone in the studio. There is no editor behind the camera, and I'm feeling quite lonely, but nevertheless, we are powering along the road to WrestleMania. Yes, Fastlane was f***ing absolute shit, but we are still speeding towards April 2nd. That's how time works. It's not dictated by the quality of a WWE pay-per-view. It's going to continue on regardless. This has been quite a Simon Miller introduction, really, hasn't it? God, I'm Jack from WhatCulture.com, and this is the Fast Count. Apologies for that slightly irreverent intro. I do get a little bit antsy and a little bit more jumpy when there's no one else in the room to keep a check on me, but I will try and just calm the fuck down. Let's all just calm down and look at this week's WWE news. First of all, we think WWE have dropped the hot new WrestleMania poster. If you could just flash that up now, lovely person who's editing this video. I'm guessing it's Phil. Thanks for flashing that up. As you can see, it looks very much like a SummerSlam poster, doesn't it? Weirdly, it's not been too sort of solidly confirmed whether this is the actual WrestleMania poster or not. Various sites have reported it, but WWE haven't actually confirmed. Why haven't I been notified? Why can't I say that it's the official one, as so many other sites so arrogantly have? Why am I not privy to that sort of information? Yeah? I'm the new Meltzer. I'm the new Meltz on the block. I don't understand what's going on. I need to be given some more fucking respect by the internet online wrestling news community, yeah? Wankers. Let's look at the poster itself. Now, as you can see here, the front row is comprised of 3 hot young studs from the bloody new era of wrestling: The Undertaker, Goldberg, and Brock Lesnar. I crunched the numbers, lads, and I found out that they have a combined age of 190 years old. That's 190 years old. Oh, good lord. Also, if you look really far at the back, and Mr. Editor, if you could just draw a little loop, a little circle or an arrow pointing to AJ Styles, he's right in the back. Look how far away he is. I know he's small, but oh, it's a frustrating poster, and a part of me doesn't want this to be the official WrestleMania poster, but it looks like it is if every other news site gets to report it, so I might as well report it as well. But I can't say that it's the official one, but it probably is. But I can't say if it is or not. I don't know. At my job, right? Right! Second of all, there's been a lot of confirmed Mania matchups this week on Raw and SmackDown, so I just thought it would be nice to just kind of ease our way into the second bit of news and just run down all the confirmed matches on the WrestleMania 33 card. Let's go. What am I doing? WWE Championship, Bray Wyatt versus Randall Orton. Universal Championship, Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman. US Championship, Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens. Has that been confirmed? I think it's yeah, I guess so. Bayley, Raw Women's Championship, Bayley versus Charlotte versus Sasha. Nia might still get involved, there's still time, who knows. The Club versus either Enzo and Cass or Cesaro and Sheamus, depending on who wins the #1 contenders match. The SmackDown Women's Championship, Alexa Bliss versus all available SmackDown Women's competitors. That includes maybe Naomi, that's my thinking. I think she might make a shocking entrance into that. And of course, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which I've seen abbreviated online as Armbar, which is stretching things sort of like spelling wise, but it is quite charming and I do like it. So the Armbar. Let's not forget, of course, that there are probably 2 matches that are going to be added to that card at least. Those being, of course, Seth Rollins versus Triple H, a match that I'm genuinely looking forward to, and AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon, a match that I genuinely am not. Like, I think it might be an alright match, but I'm going to be watching it thinking you deserve so much more, AJ. And if Shane McMahon starts beating the shit out of AJ with his weird kind of work shoot punches, his little rabbit fast little hands. And I normally like Shane McMahon as well, but I don't like those punches. I don't like those punches at all. So we've run down the WrestleMania card, now for a third bit of news regarding the WWE UK Championship scene, which has kind of been a little bit neglected apart from 1 or 2 matches on NXT, a little bit neglected since the tournament itself back in January, which was of course so well received. So WWE have booked a second pair of dates for their UK Championship, I guess, division or roster, after the success of Blackpool a couple of months ago. This time they've booked Norwich, which I guess is a wrestling town because Paige and the Knight family are from there, I think. It's not really as traditional I mean, Blackpool's like, you know, proper old school catchers catch. Norwich. So yes, WWE will be heading to Norwich on Saturday the 6th and Sunday the 7th of May. And there's no real word yet on whether this will be on the network, whether it'll be like, you know, an actual integrated storyline based part of like a continuation of the old UK Championship tournament back in January, or whether this will just be like kind of like a house show run, I guess, like a live special weekend. I certainly hope it's the former, but the name of the tournament sort of suggests to me that it'll be the latter. Wait for it. I can't memorize it. It's too long. It's going to be called, not the tournament, sorry, the event. It's going to be called, this is the official name, WWE Presents UK Championship Live. That sounds very house show, doesn't it? Oh, one interesting little fact before we move on as well. These shows won't just feature the UK talent, it'll also feature some of the lads from the Cruiserweight division as well. I really hope my boy Lindsay, come on Lindsay, I hope he somehow wins the UK Championship. That would be a laugh. I'd enjoy that a lot. Now it's time, you know what I normally do, right? Now it's time for all the news from elsewhere in the world of wrestling. I get all excited and stuff and I say, oh, it's so wacky. And then usually it's like someone's got into a legal dispute, or maybe sometimes something genuinely interesting has happened, or a really good match. This week has just been wacky, and I'm not just talking about Mai Jannetty being offered to do a porno. That's not going to feature in the news. Oh bollocks, I've just made it feature in the news. Let's move on. Alberto El Patron, who I mentioned last week, made his Impact Wrestling debut, but I couldn't reveal what happened because it hadn't gone to air yet. This happened, this went to air this week. I can reveal what happened. Are you excited? Alberto El Patron is the new Impact Wrestling Champion, or TNA Wrestling Champion. I did a bit of research on this to find out what to call the belt now that there's been the rebrand. They haven't decided yet. It's still just called the World, it's called the World Championship. Just the World Championship, capitalized, obviously. Anyway, the new one is Alberto El Patron. Or is it? Yeah, things aren't quite as clean cut as that, because Bobby Lashley was, of course, the previous champion. El Patron came out and challenged him, and EC3 was kind of lurking about, and EC3 was like, I deserve a title shot, and El Patron was like, no, I deserve a title shot, and then for whatever reason, it was decided that, yeah, no, actually, Alberto deserves it more than EC3 does. And then Alberto El Patron had the main event match with Lashley. There was all kinds of shenanigans going on. 2 referees got bumped. And then El Patron hit Lashley with the belt and pinned him. Like a heel move, considering he's like an incoming babyface against a heel. Really heelish move. And then he just left with the belt. But there wasn't like... It wasn't very official, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. To make matters a little bit more complicated, on Impact Wrestling's YouTube channel, they've now released a video, like a worked shoot video, of El Patron walking through backstage, leaving with the belt in hand, and Brother Love, the new authority figure of Bruce Pritchett, for some reason he's the new authority figure of Impact Wrestling, he like stops him and goes, no, you don't want to win it this way, Alberto. We all saw what happened, you hit him with the belt, and Alberto's like, no, 1, 2, 3, and all this, and it's like, why, is he the champion now? Why are they so annoyed about someone cheating to win a belt? People cheat to win belts all the time. I did a little bit of research, and I went on a little website called wikipedia.org, and I discovered that Bobby Lashley is still listed as the Impact Wrestling Champion. Has that just not been updated yet? Or has the pinfall been nullified? Sorry about that, that was a really long point. Secondly, I'll just try and keep this one short to make up for it. Broken Matt Hardy did an interview with TMZ, and they asked him, is there a deal to go back to WWE? And he kept things kind of vague in his own Matt Hardy way, and he said, look, at the minute I'm in Ring of Honor. He didn't say whether he'd be at Mania or not, and he kept his options open for the future, and he threatened to delete Vince McMahon. Bang, that's that story, done. And finally, I'm going to do that thing where I cheat a little bit and just stick NXT into the other section, even though technically, yes, it is part of WWE. A women's title match has been confirmed for NXT Takeover Orlando, and it is the champion Asuka defending against Ember Moon. That could be one hell of a match. Yeah, there's not much more to say. That could be one hell of a match. I'm looking forward to it very much. Not all the news has to be tangled and complicated, does it? Good match, looking forward to it, hope it does well. Hope they f***ing smash it, right? I need to do these with an editor, lads. I'm struggling to hold it together, man.
Wrestler of the Week.
Now it's time for my kind of brand new Wrestler of the Week segment in lieu of the takeaways, which were kind of a bit wishy-washy, didn't really know what was going on. Wrestler of the Week, far more solid, provokes debate in the comments. Let us know who you think should have been Wrestler of the Week. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Last week it was Zack Sabre Jr. for becoming the new Evolve champion in a great match with Timothy Thatcher. This week, and I'm going to get heat for this from you guys, but and I'm not being biased, it's Will Ospreay, right? Bring him up. Obviously, yes, I know Will Ospreay, and he works for WCPW. But genuinely, Fastlane wasn't very good this week. I didn't see any matches on Raw or SmackDown that I was like, yeah, AJ and Orton had quite a good match. But I didn't see any matches where I was like, yes, this guy deserves Rest of the Week. Genuinely, the best match I've seen this week was a WCPW match. I'm not just saying that because I'm affiliated with them. And it was Will Ospreay versus Drew Galloway for the championship. It's up on YouTube now, on the WCPW channel. This is not just a plug. It's a phenomenal match. Dave Meltzer actually saw it and said it was 4.25 stars. I mean, because I was there live, it felt like 4.5, but you know, that's a very good rating from Meltzer. It's a great match. Go and watch it. It's free on YouTube now. Will Ospreay the Rest of the Week. Cocky prick. That's all for this week on the Fast Count. I've been Jack from WhatCulture.com. Sorry for rambling a little bit. There's no editor here to try and, cut me down to size. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.
This Monday, when WCPW returns to London, Bad Bones versus the #1 contender for the WCPW Championship, Rampage. Kaylee Ray gets her chance at revenge as she takes on Viper. The ambassador of British wrestling, Doug Williams, versus the Kiwi buzzsaw, Travis Banks. And the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, will defend his WCPW Internet Championship against a mystery opponent. WCPW proudly presents Chain Reaction. See it in person March 13th. Tickets available at wc.pw/London. Watch Chain Reaction exclusively on WhatCulture Extra from March the 17th.